Let us see the graphical representation of a cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial means it will have degree 3. So for example, I am considering a polynomial p of x is equal to x cube minus 2x. We can take generally a polynomial whose degree is 3 and terms, any number of terms we can have. Here for example I have taken with the 2 terms. We can have polynomial with the degree 3 with 3 terms or 4 terms also. Maximum is 4 terms. A polynomial of degree 3 can have at most 4 terms actually. So let us consider this example and let us take the ordered pairs. Put x equal to 0 first. Then here first we have to consider this as y equal to x cube minus 2x. Then x equal to 0, if you take y is also equal to 0 only. So ordered pair is 0 comma 0. That means origin. This passes through origin. Put x equal to 1. Then y is equal to 1 cube minus 2 into 1, which is nothing but 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. So ordered pair is 1 comma minus 1. Similarly, let us put x equal to 2. So y is equal to 2 cube minus 2 into 2, which is nothing but 8 minus 4, 4. So 2 comma 4 is one ordered pair. So put x equal to minus 1, y is equal to minus 1 whole cube minus 2 into minus 1. Minus 1 whole cube is minus 1 because minus will multiply 3 times itself. Minus into minus becomes plus. Again plus into minus becomes minus. 1 into 1 into 1 is 1. Here minus into minus plus 2. So this is 1. So ordered pair is minus 1 comma 1. Here we can observe 1 comma minus 1 and minus 1 comma 1. Both ordered pairs we have in this graph. Put x equal to 0, 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2 also let us consider minus 2. Y is equal to minus 2 whole cube minus 2 into minus 2. Minus 2 whole cube, here minus into minus into minus 3 times if you multiply, that is minus. 2 into 2 into 2 is 8. Minus into minus is plus. 2 2s are 4. So minus 8 plus 4 is minus 4. So the ordered pair is minus 2 comma minus 4. Okay, now let us plot these ordered pairs for the polynomial x cube minus 2x. The first ordered pair is origin itself, 0 comma 0. Second one is 1 comma minus 1, 1 minus 1. We can expect here 2 comma 4 can be here 2 comma 4. Minus 1 comma 1, minus 1 comma 1 here. Next minus 2 comma minus 4, minus 2 comma minus 4 can be here. So we can draw the graph like this. This is a smooth curve like this. We can have the curve in this manner. So about a cubic polynomial, just like a quadratic polynomial, we cannot predict exactly the shape of the curve. In a quadratic polynomial, always, if it is a quadratic polynomial of degree 2, always the shape of the graph will be a parabola. Whether it may be opened upwards or it may be opened downwards, but compulsorily it will be a parabola. But here always the shape of a cubic polynomial we cannot expect with the same shape. Here we have x cube minus 2x we got in this shape. If we have just x cube, y equal to x cube, that will be in the different shape. That will be just like this, in this manner. X cube, in this way we can have y equal to just x cube if we have. Similarly, if we have two more terms, x cube minus 5x square plus 3x minus 1 if we have, then we cannot expect the shape of the curve also. So here for a cubic polynomial there is no significance for the shape of the curve particularly. So shape of the curve we are not going to discuss here, just graph, how to draw the graph. And here not only this, we can have some more examples, we can see some more examples. You can have y equal to x cube, one more graph you can draw of your own. Similar way, y equal to x cube minus 4x square. And here these examples were given in the textbook already. Even you can take your own examples to draw the graph and to verify whether you have drawn correct or wrong. And after this, after graphical representation of cubic polynomial, we need to discuss about one important point in the graphs totally. Whatever the graph it is, it may be linear polynomial or quadratic polynomial or a cubic polynomial, we need to understand one common point, that is we can have some zeros of the polynomial, and at that particular value of 0 of the polynomial we can have intersection of the graph with x-axis. Here also we can observe while drawing this graph, here one point we observed, here one point we observed, here also one more point we observed. That means we have 3 zeros for this polynomial. So if a graph intersects x-axis at 3 points, it can have 3 zeros. And here already I have shown you one more graph, y equal to x cube, also in the same graph that intersects x-axis at only 1 point. That means it has only 1 zero. So whenever we have a graph, by seeing the graph we can say the number of zeros of the graph basing on this important point. Wherever the graph meets x-axis, those points can be considered as zeros of the polynomial related to that curve, corresponding to that curve. Okay, so always if a curve is given for us, we have to verify, we have to check at how many points it is meeting x-axis. So basing on that we can say the number of zeros of that particular polynomial. That means the number of zeros of polynomial corresponding to that curve or corresponding to that graph can be taken just by counting the number of points where it meets x-axis. Okay, and one more small example you can see here. Suppose if I have a graph in this manner like this, how many zeros it can have? You can easily predict 1, 2, 3, 4 points. At 4 points it is meeting x-axis, so we have 4 zeros. In simple manner, just by verifying and just by counting the number of points where it meets x-axis, we can say its number of zeros. So in these totally, in the graphs of polynomials, graphical representation of polynomials, it may be linear polynomial or quadratic or cubic, this point must be noted, which is very important, and basing on this only we have exercise 3.2.